Welcome to my GSPN Live. You're here with your host, Robert Brown.
And Kristen Donald.
We've got a very exciting show for you. It's not that long, but it is very important. So before we begin, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Garden Grocer. If you're in the Orlando resort area, go to www.gardengrocer.com. Place an order for drinks, snacks, food, whatever you need to make your life easier, and it'll be delivered to your resort at the time of your arrival. Again, that is www.gardengrocer.com. As we've been doing our past couple episodes, we've been having our top 25 national high school rankings. We'd like to stay with that. We've done a few updates with it, but it's basically a very similar list to our last show. So at number 1 on our list, we have IMG Academy from Bradenton, Florida. They were number 2 last week. We've got St. John Bosco right now at number 2. They were number 1 last week. These two teams have been competing, and I think they will compete for that number 1, number 2 spot for the entire year. They're that good and that much better than everybody else. IMG Academy actually has a game that was against, I want to say St. John's. Yes, the DC area team. They're currently ranked 6th on our list. That got postponed due to the hurricane, but we're really excited to see these two juggernauts go against each other. It should be a very, very exciting game.
Coming in at number 4, we do have St. Thomas Aquinas out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. They have actually started off very hot this year. They're at 4-0. And this upcoming Friday, they do have a game against Miami Central at home. Coming in at number 5, we do have De La Salle out of Concord, California. They've also been featured very recently on ESPN.com against Bishop Gorman, and they have also started off their season very hot, only losing 1 game so far.
As we said, number 6 is St. John's from the Washington, D.C. area. Now, our first 5 teams, you see them from Florida, from California, Texas, Florida, California. You traditionally think of those schools when you think of those states' high school football. When that pops in your mind. So, it's pretty obvious that we would have some of the better teams from those lists on our list. But like the IMG, St. Bosco's, even Allen, which is number 3 on our list. These are just really good teams. And as you said, they started off so hot this year, and I don't see them stopping anytime soon until we get like the IMGs versus St. John's, the De La Salles versus the Centrals,
or even the Aquinas versus the Centrals.
Yep, those type of teams. You've got to get the big teams playing against each competition to give some of these powerhouses the competition they need.
Exactly, Rob. So now we do have, coming in at number 9, we do have Central out of Miami, Florida. They've started off this season right now. They're at 3-1. Their lone loss was in 5th overtime here against St. John's. So again, really tough game, but the better team came out on top. Who knows, if they played again, the outcome could have been a little bit different there. Also coming in at number 12, we do have University Lab out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. They are starting off super hot as well at 3-0, and their next game is going to be this Friday night. They're going to be traveling out to West Feliciana.
We go back to the state of Florida, Carroll City out of Miami. Like every other team on this list, has started off extremely hot. There's some other teams in the Miami area, South Florida area, that we just think of as better right now. So we don't think that this is a bad team in any way at number 17, or even Deerfield at number 20. These are all great teams that will compete for state championships. There's just so much talent football-wise in the state of Florida right now that some of these teams get bumped down the list.
And even across the United States as well.
Yeah.
So coming in finally at number 22, we do have other 3 teams here as well, but number 22 is St. Joseph Prep out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They've only played 2 games so far this year. They've come out really strong, and their next game here would be against LaSalle College High School out there in Pennsylvania as well.
And just to finish out our top 25, we've got Rome from Georgia at 23, J. Sierra Catholic from California at 24, and Bingham from Utah finishes out the list at 25. We'd like to take a quick moment and hear a word from our sponsors, so please enjoy this quick commercial break.
We understand the importance of having a clean and healthy home for you and your children, as well as your pets. Kimdry offers the industry's highest performance on carpet cleaning, tile and grout, VCT, leather and upholstery, and even granite renewal. With over 30 green certified products, ChemDry services are designed to surpass the competition by removing 98% of allergens from carpet and upholstery and 89% of airborne bacteria, improving indoor air quality, leaving your home drier, cleaner, healthier.
Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the quick commercial break. We told you this is an important show. As we've been doing, not only do we do our top 25 nationally, but we've got to talk about our top 25 in the state of Florida. So we'll kick off our top 25 there.
So starting off at number 1, just as they were on the national ranks as well, we do have the IMG Academy out of Bradenton, Florida. They started off, again, very, very hot. All these teams are starting off hot right now. So they're at 3-0. Number 2, we do have St. Thomas Aquinas, which was also one of the top dogs in the national ranks as well, at 4-0. And at number 3, we do have Central High School out of Miami, Florida, with that lone loss coming into fifth overtime.
To St. John's, which is number 6 on our national rankings.
Exactly.
Too,
so a lot of tough teams here in these top 5.
We've got coming in at number 8, a local area team, Wekiva from the Apopka area. They're 3-0 right now, and Central is 3-1, that lone loss, but it is to a number 6 team in the country. So some of these other teams, Wekiva, Trinity Christian from Jacksonville at number 9, who is 4-0. They've got good wins. They've got, they're undefeated, but it's that quality. They didn't lose to a number 16, but they also didn't beat somebody that's super good like that.
Exactly, exactly.
As we continue on the list, we want to talk about local area. We've got Winter Park at 13, that's 3-1. And we also have Apopka, the big rival to Wekiva. They're also at 3-1 for the year.
Now, I was actually out in a game earlier this year between Winter Park and Wekiva. The one in Winter Park's 3-1 was actually to the number 8 school in Wekiva, and that was actually a comeback victory from the Wekiva Mustangs. They were able to actually win the game by 3. So, I mean, Winter Park is still one of the top dogs definitely in Florida and in Central Florida as well.
Finishing out our list, we have Armwood at 22nd at 2-1, and Plant is 23rd. They're at 2-1. I was actually able to go to this Armwood Plant game. Armwood looks absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely.
They both look like good teams, but when they got to match up, it was the offense, the receivers, the size, the athleticism for Armwood that just was better than Plant. Their cornerbacks, their safeties, their DBs were just smaller. They just made big plays.
Of course.
Yeah. It's Florida football, Florida high school football, so it's a huge part of the culture down here.
It's always going to be a very, very competitive, a lot of competitive matchups, especially when you start having those little rivalries that have been known for years. On top of that, so we're always going to get a lot of excitement and a lot of energy out of these teams just because of their history.
Yeah,
exactly,
5 teams in the top 25, so that's just talent.
Exactly.
And then speaking of talent in a state, this leads us into our final segment, our high school football recruiting. This would be a segment we do a couple different ones on, but we want to start off just by talking about who has the top classes in the country coming up. We always know about Ohio State, Alabama. They're always going to be 1, 2, 3, in that top group of guys.
Exactly.
Kids growing up, they've always wanted to go play for those top schools that win national championships, that sell jerseys all over the place. And just with this list, you see Alabama right where you expect them to be, but surprisingly, Texas A&M, another SEC school, they're currently number 1 on our rankings right now. We'll be telling you some of the guys that they bring in, some of the players that they're having, but we'd like to just take the opportunity right now just to tell you what the classes are. So,
exactly. Number
1, we've got Texas A&M, SEC, a powerful school that, with Jimbo Fisher coming from Florida, they'll do nothing but get better and get more recruits. Alabama at number 2, another SEC school. Nick Saban has been absolutely fantastic in his career at Alabama. And then at number 3, another SEC school, we have Georgia, who, they were in the national championship last year. They brought in the number 2 player in the country, a dual threat quarterback this year. So, clearly they can recruit as well.
We're going to go ahead and jump down to about number 7. We do have LSU hopping in there. So they've got a bunch of good guys coming in this upcoming season as well. And down at number 10, we do have Notre Dame making their way up into the ranks as one of the top recruiting schools in the nation right now.
Ohio State is number 11, which, it's weird for them. They're usually not that low, and by the time these, classes are all said and done and these kids come in over the summer, I can see Ohio State moving up into the top 5. I can see Florida State also going from 9, up into the top 5 somewhere. But
we also might have another powerhouse such as University of Florida up in the top 15.
Definitely.
You never know what can happen. There's a lot of late signings that happen, especially with football. So we just got to wait and see how everything plays out. Finally, at number 15, we do have Tennessee, the University of Tennessee, making their way in the bottom of the list right there. But again, that is the top 15 teams in the entire nation right
and
now.
half these teams on this list, half these schools are SEC schools. So there's a reason everyone talks about the SEC being the powerhouse that they are.
Oh, yeah.
They're the powerhouse in recruiting as well. So, there's correlation there. You good in recruiting, get the best players, you end up winning national championships.
Well said, Rob.
Well, any student athlete that would like to be featured on our show, please send us in videos to videos@myGSPN.com.
And just to let you know that this show was brought to you by GardenGrocer.com. If you are traveling anywhere into Walt Disney World in Orlando, go ahead and go to www.gardengrocer.com to go ahead and place an order for groceries, snacks, and anything else you would need delivered to your resort when you're down here on vacation. You can go ahead and save money and eat what you like while being on vacation at Walt Disney World.
Well, we thank you for tuning in to our live show. As always, we encourage all student athletes to go to www.myGSPN.com, sign up, create a player profile page so we can get communicating and interacting with you guys. Well, we'll be back tomorrow with more updates and showing you some of the upcoming games for Friday. We thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Here at Central Florida Chemdry, we understand the importance of having a clean and healthy home for you and your children, as well as your pets. Chemdry offers the industry's highest performance on carpet cleaning, tile and grout, VCT, leather and upholstery, and even granite renewal. With over 30 green certified products, Chemdry services are designed to surpass the competition by removing 98% of allergens from carpet and upholstery and 89% of airborne bacteria, improving indoor air quality, leaving your home drier, cleaner, healthier.